Hi, welcome back to No Pick Me's Allowed. Your host, Miss Allen. Anyways, so I wondered to myself the other day, how does the Israel and Gaza war affect the dissenter movement in the US and other places in the world? And I said to myself, well, I never really felt protected by a man anyways, right? Um I'm sure you've seen what happened in New York, with like a bunch of women getting punched in the face. Um, and you have the mayor basically just deflecting and not basically saying, like, yeah, New York is really bad right now and I'm doing something about it. He's just basically saying, like, the crime is not so bad. It's not that bad at all, right? So a lot of times in New York, we kind of have this silent code where it's just like everyone minds their business. People don't get involved in someone else's problems, especially like domestic issues, right? So a lot of men have that feeling where it's just like, okay, why should I put my life on the line for a stranger, right? I would only do that if it was someone I know personally, like a family member, a friend, a wife, right? Kids, but they're not going to do that for a stranger, right? And then we have in other situations where men know, hey, if I do defend this person, I may end up being deleted and badly hurt, and that woman may go back to her boyfriend, right? So I did that for nothing. And then some men are generally actually scared. Yes, men can actually be scared. You know, there is a lot of beta males out there, and they're scared of aggressors, just like you, just like a woman. They get scared just like a woman too. Okay? So not every man that you're seeing is just these fearless warriors. Some men are actually very scared inside, okay? So don't expect them to come to defense for you, right? They're scared too, right? Um, so with that being said, ladies, if they never protected you before, I don't know why you think now it would change. If actually it would get worse, right? In a lot of war times, for example, with the whole Ukraine situation that happened, I'm sure you heard about like those soldiers going viral. Not the Ukrainian soldiers, but just soldiers in general. I'm not sure which side it was on, but I think it was like Russia, but don't quote me. But these soldiers were raping the vulnerable, you know, kids and women. They were taking advantage of them, right? So I'm sure you've watched movies on Netflix, for example, like Leave the World Behind, and how bad it gets and how humans are actually the real savages. Like, remember watching Scooby Doo, right? And every time at the end, the real monster were the humans, right? They were people. So, God forbid if this system fails and the cops can't handle people when it goes to chaos. God forbid it doesn't. I hope I don't see. I hope I don't ever see that day, right? But if the cops can't handle the chaos because they can't handle the chaos due to the consequences of the war, right? If it gets to the US, right? And the National Guards can't do anything, and it's basically a lawless society because they just can't tame people anymore. Some men are going to take advantage of that, and they will essay women, they will rape children, they will try to pimp children out. That's why you got a lot of these Venezuelans coming here too. A lot of them are actually, you know, being tortured by the cartels. Like, they're being taken advantage of in many ways, in shape and form, right? So it showed me in a society where men have the option and there's no system to protect women. And if it's a lawless society, men will take advantage of you. So what can we do? What are the solutions or preventions? You need to move in states that allow you to protect yourself if you're put in that position. New York City doesn't have defense laws, and if they feel like you did something that caused severe bodily harm to that person, they will prosecute you to the full extent of the law. Even if you show proof, evidence, you will walk away with something on your record, right? So move to states that allow you to protect yourself if put in that situation, and only use force that's required if necessary in that situation. Get dogs, take defense losses, avoid situations where you feel like something may happen. Try to de-escalate situations. Try to run away if possible. You always want to start from 1 to 100, not from 100 to 1. So start from 1 to 100 and work your way down. But just be aware of what's outside you, and don't be looking into your phone. Don't have the music blasting. You know, be very aware. Trust no one. If that means you don't go into elevators with a man, that's fine too. Take the extra steps. A lot of it is just preventive measures, because I believe nobody really wants to hurt anyone. So a lot of preventive measures. Maybe you don't hang out in groups with a lot of men drinking. Maybe you hang out around with a lot of cameras. Just try not to be in situations where it could lead to something violent, right? Because the nature of a man is predatory. If it wasn't for this society and the systems that we have and the laws that we have, a lot of men would be predators, all full out predators. And that's why you hear them say, oh yeah, we're hunters. They're predators. They like to conquer you in every way possible, right? So keep that in mind. Keep decentering men. Focus on your hobbies. There's so much more to do than worrying about if a guy is texting you or why he's texting you or blah, blah, blah. And decentering men doesn't mean that you're avoiding men. It just means that you have other focuses, and a man is just a small part of your life. Okay? Anyways, subscribe and like. Bye.